Kyrie calls Kobe. Tons of trade rumors and 9 games of NBA action. That's what we got on the schedule for today, so let's go. Yo, what is up guys? It's me, Zachary, back bringing some more daily NBA news. You guys already know that you are the real MVP. And hey, if you're new here, then yes, you are greatly appreciated too. But now let's just take a quick look at everything that went down yesterday. It's well known by now that Kyrie Irving looks up to Kobe Bryant. Kobe was his favorite player growing up, and he has said multiple times that he has molded areas of his game after Kobe Bryant. And on top of all of that, Kobe is sort of a mentor to the young Kyrie. An interview with Kyrie Irving came out yesterday in which he said that during the summer, when all the madness was happening around him, the Cleveland Cavaliers and his whole trade situation, that one of the first people he called to ask for guidance was Kobe Bryant. He was one of the guys that I reached out to, not necessarily to gauge his thoughts on the decision or to give me the okay, but for some clarity and also what the next steps going forward would be, because there was some chance I was going to be in Phoenix, or maybe some situations where the environment hadn't been winning for a while, and Kobe dealt with that in 2005 to 2006, and that was tough. So I asked him, engaged him about that, but after the fact, after everything happened, he was just super proud and super happy. Kyrie Irving is the son that Kobe Bryant never had. And basically all Kyrie said was, I heard I was about to go to the Suns. They haven't won games in a very long time. I didn't want to go to the Suns, so I called Kobe to see what I should do about this. And I can kind of see where he's coming from here, going from a situation on the Cavs where you're about to go to the finals for a 4th straight year to a team like the Phoenix Suns where it'll be a stretch for you to even make the playoffs. That will be a major adjustment. And yes, some people are going to say, well, is this anything new for Kyrie Irving since he was on the Cavs for a couple of years before LeBron came back, and in those couple of years they were no better than the Phoenix Suns are now, which is kind of true, but you have to remember that he has gotten used to going to the finals and competing every single year. Once you come up like he did on the Cavs, you don't really want to go back to where you were before. So I guess it is pretty cool of Kobe to help Kyrie through this, but I just want to know what Kobe said to him. I said before this man was traded to the Clippers that the Thunder should consider trading for Avery Bradley, since they had just lost Andre Robertson for the rest of the season. And in their first few games without Andre, you can already tell how much they miss him. They have not been the same team, especially on the defensive end of the floor. And it seems like they are looking to change that, as reports have just come out saying that the Thunder are interested in trading for Avery Bradley. I'm telling y'all, I already know what some of these teams are thinking. And yes, Avery Bradley can still be traded again, even though he was just traded. It's not like he was a free agent signing where he has to wait 6 months before he can be traded. Once you trade for a player, you can trade that same player right away. Lou Grittenauer was traded 4 times in the same week a few years back. And I don't see why the Clippers wouldn't be willing to trade Avery Bradley. It makes even less sense for them to keep him than it made for the Pistons to keep him. So why not move him for a young player and a draft pick while they can? And for the Thunder's end, he's basically the only option they have. Sure, they could go after a guy like Tony Allen once he's bought out from the Bulls, but he's so old. And guys like Courtney Lee and Wesley Matthews are just way out of the Thunder's price range where they can afford, so Avery Bradley is their only option, so they should go all in right now. This doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking to trade him, but reports have come out saying that the Orlando Magic are testing the waters for Aaron Gordon on the trade market. There is a big difference between testing the waters, testing the trade market, and actually putting a player up for trade. What they're doing right now is just seeing how much other teams value Aaron Gordon, seeing what the offers are like. A bunch of teams do this, and just because they do this doesn't mean they're up for trade. They could just be doing this because Aaron Gordon is about to be a restricted free agent. They want to see how many teams are interested, see what the bidding wars might be like. There could be a number of reasons they're doing this. So even though I would love to see Aaron Gordon get traded from the Magic just to see if he could eventually become the same type of franchise player that Victor Oladipo did, or make the type of progression that Tobias Harris did, I don't think he'll be getting traded just yet. Then again, we are talking about the Magic here. This is the team that essentially traded Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis for Terrence Ross, and literally gave up Tobias Harris for free. 5 days until the NBA trade deadline, and Julius Randle is still a Laker. I think some teams might be put off by the fact that he's about to be a restricted free agent, and we all know he's gonna be looking to get that bag this summer. And I don't think teams are necessarily gonna be willing to pay him the price that he's asking for. But Julius Randle is a very nice young player. Is he a max level player? I don't no comment, but he is a nice young player. There aren't as many big men in the NBA who are as versatile as he is, and all he really needs to do is add a consistent three-point shot and he will become one of the best bigs in the league. However, there is one team that is seriously looking to acquire Julius Randle, and that team is his hometown team, the Dallas Mavericks. Reports came out yesterday saying that the Mavericks plan to make Julius Randle their main target at the trade deadline, and the Lakers are still reportedly looking for expiring contracts in exchange for Julius Randle. The Dallas Mavericks have both those things. They could give up an expiring contract like Nerlens Noel, but it's just where the draft pick comes in where these things get interesting. Because I know for a fact that the Dallas better not be looking to move their draft pick in this year's draft, especially for Julius Randle. Don't trade what's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft for Julius Randle. So that's out of the equation. So then it comes down to the draft pick next year. Would they be willing to give that up for Julius Randle? That's still a tough question to answer, especially with the way the NBA draft is about to change in 2019, where like the bottom 4 or bottom 5 teams in the league all have the same chance of landing the #1 pick. And even if you're like the 10th worst team, you still have a high chance to get like the 7th pick in the draft or something like that. It's all gonna come down to whether or not they think with a core of Julius Randle, Dennis Smith Jr., Harrison Barnes, and whoever they draft this year will be all they need, and they don't need that next year's draft pick. That's a tough question to answer. Yet another NBA team has expressed interest in Lou Williams. The Philadelphia 76ers, it seems at this point they're willing to take anyone who can get some buckets coming off the bench. If they can get Lou Williams or Kyrie Irving, then that is perfect. If not, I guarantee you they'll be looking at someone else. Maybe they'll call it the Lakers about Jordan Clarkson. I think he would be a great fit for the Sixers bench. Because the thing about Lou Williams is no one knows what the Clippers are looking to do with him. Sure, there have been plenty of reports saying that the Clippers are taking trade offers and they're looking to move him, but at the same time, reports continue to come out saying that the Clippers and Lou Williams are working on a contract extension. So I really have no clue what to believe. I like to believe that the Clippers aren't seriously looking to sign Lou Williams to a contract extension because that makes no sense. Why on earth would you go out and give Lou Williams so much money when you are a rebuilding team? It makes no sense. Why would Lou Williams want to be stuck on the Clippers when he could be helping a team compete? That makes no sense. The whole thing makes no sense. So I would like to believe that Lou Williams will be traded and won't sign a contract extension. I would like to believe that, but then again, it's the Clippers. That wraps up all the news from last night though, and you know what? I'm gonna bring it back. I'm feeling good about it. I'm going to bring it back. Question of the day, where I ask you guys a question based on the news that came out from the previous day, and you leave your responses with the hashtag QOTD down in the comment section. I pick a couple of comments out and feature them in the next video. And today's question is this: what player do you guys see getting traded next? Trade deadline is only 5 days away, so things should start heating up, hopefully. Let me know down in the comment section below, but now let's take a real quick look at the games from last night. Take your time, Kyrie. You're still out nursing a sore hamstring or whatever it is, but take your time because Terry Rozier has been doing an amazing job holding down the fort. After recording a triple-double in his last game at the start, Rozier had another impressive game, scoring a career-high 31 points and grabbing 7 rebounds to get Boston the 119-110 win over Atlanta. Taurean Prince, though, did play well as he also scored a career-high with 31 points for the Hawks. Anthony Davis dominated, and the big three of the Thunder really struggled to get anything going as the Pelicans get their first win without DeMarcus Cousins, 114-100 over OKC. Davis with 43 points and 10 rebounds, while Westbrook had 16 points and 14 assists. Indiana, y'all really gave up 49 points in the first quarter to the Hornets last night. How on earth did you do that? Nick Batum went off in the first quarter. He scored 16 points, had 31 on the night, and Kemba Walker one-upped him, scoring 41 on the night. The game after, he just dropped 38, so it seems like he might be looking to go on a little personal scoring tear here. Hornets win 133-126 over Indiana, despite Oladipo dropping 35. The Blazers had won 7 of the last 8 games coming into this one, but now they'll have to settle for winning 7 of their last 9 games, as Toronto proved to be too much Rip City to handle. 130-105, the final score. Lillard with 32 points and 10 assists, and DeRozan at 35 for the Raps. I think Ben Simmons had a little extra motivation to win this game since he feels like he should have been an all-star reserve over Goran Dragic, and that little extra motivation might have been why the Sixers were able to get the 103-97 win over Miami. Simmons with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Bam Adebayo played well for the Heat with 15 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. Before we get into the game, look at this kid right here. Took off his Kings jersey to try and get Curry to recognize him. Look, there is nothing wrong with being a fan of Stephen Curry, but This kid did his home team so wrong. So wrong. Dang, that's messed up. And I guess the kid must have been happy the Warriors were able to get the win last night too. 119 to 104. KD with 33 points and Curry, his favorite player, obviously at 23. Brook Lopez came out big against his former team yesterday. He hasn't been getting that much play time for the Lakers this year for various reasons, but there was no way he wasn't getting his minutes last night. He scored 19 points as well as came up with a pretty clutch block late in the game. Josh Hart though played really well for the Lakers. 15 points and 14 rebounds as they get the 102 to 99 win over Brooklyn. Giannis was questionable to play in this one after he sprained his ankle the Bucks last game against the Wolves, but he manned up and played, luckily for Milwaukee because they needed him. Jabari Parker did return though and looked really good in his 15 minutes off the bench, scoring 12 points. But Giannis saved the day for the Bucks as he had a layup with less than 2 seconds in the game to get them the 92 to 90 win over Milwaukee. Giannis finishing with 29 points and 11 rebounds. This man, Donovan freaking D. Mitchell, Mr. GOAT, Mr. Flames. Extremely hard to believe that he is just a rookie because we rarely ever see rookies drop 40 points, and he has already done it multiple times this year. He had another 40-point game yesterday, hitting 7 of his 9 triple attempts to get the Jazzy blow at 129 to 97 win over the Suns. That wraps up all the action from last night though. Let's keep moving back in this chair. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more daily NBA news, as well as join this quest, this mission to 200K. Hashtag $1 million in a year. We gon' get it. Remember to vote for the player of the day, but also remember the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. And yesterday, that player was Nikola Jokic with his 29 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists. Thank you once again for watching the video. I'll see all of you right back here tomorrow for more daily NBA news. But until then, I am out of here.